figure appears at the top of the stairs.
Ooh.
And walks down them, or down where they would be if there were stairs there, and slowly approaches where the stairs bend around about.
As this person walks
and-
down on like empty air?
Yes. Would you like to make a some sort of check, Geiger? I'm suggesting a perception check to.
It can be either perception or science, or I don't know.
Yep. Which would you like to make?
Maybe a conspiracy. Conspiracy is not right?
I think science would be fine, or perception would be fine. Stage things slightly different, but
science is by far my best skill. So,
Go ahead.
okay, yeah, science check would be great.
Okay, science it is.
I like the way Tazio is always pleading to roll his crappy skills.
I am. I actually am. So it's a total of 31.
Ooh.
Okay,
Nice
you can
start.
easily tell that this figure coming down the stairs is some sort of holographic projection. It's explaining how it is able to walk on thin air.
No doubt you are wondering how it is that I may walk down the stairs as if on thin air. That is because, my young friends, I am a holographic projection. Oh no,
All words to
I've
that
got to
effect.
stop. I got to feel for this immediately, and I have to stop.
So,
Was that a
It's-
movie quote?
I think that's just Ron getting into the spirit of the game.
I just love the idea of this fellow giving us his little recorded spiel. So
So you can see it's holographic projection. You can see where the cameras are because of your amazing science roll there. You can see it coming down. I will describe the figure in a bit more detail. It's human-looking, similar to yourself, Geiger. Male, beard, glasses, very stylish roll-neck jumper. Clearly an ancient from their demeanor and their and the fact they're a holographic projection in an ancient building. They do appear to be talking, but the sound cuts in and out, and there is a slight flickering in the holographic projections. It's clearly been in better state of repair in the past, but it starts to explain to welcome you to Visualization Center C. Something. Explain. I'm happy to explain the purpose of our work here and direct you to the most interesting displays for your needs.
Well, I am a little bit disappointed, but I guess I'll ask the projection if it is an interactive.
Oh.
I will ask this projection if it is an interactive projection. Feeling stupid for asking it, because I may be talking to nobody. But
I will come up and ask the person to speak up a little, having a little.
Okay.
You're mumbling.
I imagine you've caught up then,
I was
and
hoping.
so I certainly wouldn't want Alkmaar, Laker, and Mark to miss the opportunity to talk to the projection. He takes his glasses and he's sort of cleaning them as he explains that he is able to provide a menu of options to guide you through the sensor and help you visualize the world of the future.
I'm pretty
What-
much sure we are visualizing the world of the past, but
I'm afraid I don't understand that question.
it was not a question.
Fella seems a
why
little
is-
dense, doesn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like human technology tries its best to be impressive and smart and always come up as dumb as a snail. But, okay, menu, I say.
I'm confused by that technology part, but go on.
The figure has now moved down and it's standing on the same level as you. A clipboard appears in its hand that wasn't there a moment ago, and it starts listing off options. Are you interested in the virtual reality area, the exciting spectacle of the dome, our interactive exhibits, including the anatomical investigation visualization?
What is the purpose of this place?
We're here to help humans visualize the world around them, the future and the technology that will be shaping their lives in the 21st century.
Hey, Geiger, you figure this is where they set up your pod?
That could actually be. That could be. Query. Does this place belong to producers of cloning pods? I'm phrasing my question like it was a query in a browser, as stupid and as generic as possible.
He says, I'm afraid I don't understand cloning pods as a term. Can I interest you in our virtual reality pods on the first floor?
I would like to know about medicine and experiments.
Maybe you should just show this projection your book?
I don't think it's programmed to interact with us in any different way from vocalizing.
You're the smart one.
I would suggest that Geiger is convinced that is the case based on their
Squeak.
science.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Do you actually say that? That could be interesting.
Welcome, young people. Are you interested in the display display of the wonderful world of science? It takes place every hour in the visualization dome.
There, you see?
Where is
There. You just
visualization?
have to speak clearly and slowly, and they can understand.
Indeed. Guide us to the visualization dome, please. Why am I even saying please to a machine?
I am thrilled. I say, see, Mark?
So
They're going to show us everything.
The figure says, just follow the mouse footprints. They'll take you there. And little shiny footprints appear projected onto the floor, leading up the staircase and up the space in the staircase where there isn't a staircase. And
Do they look like mice footprints?
they're quite large for mouse footprints.
Well, still. I mean,
As in, they're not mouse sized. They're like large, bigger than a. They're probably child-sized footprints, but in the shape of a mouse.
but they are mouse morphology. They are. We are okay. What more do we need?
I assume if any of you know enough about mice to know what mouse morphology is, they definitely look like mouse.
We are
Wow.
in the right place. We actually are in the right place, Mr. saying.
All right. Well, I am suffused with love and warmth for my fellow questers.
I actually hug you when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
We are there. Knowledge is at our disposal.
Let's follow the mouse
hopefully-
prints.
Wait, I
I
have
don't think we can walk on air.
Wait, do the mouse prints go up on air, Ross?
They go up the stairs and they are projected onto where there would be steps if there were steps, because they've caved in.
Bollocks.
We do have some jetpacks. But before I think about the jetpacks, I have due to my 14 in science, obviously, I do have a certain revelation, remembering having dreamt during my cloning and formation time in my pod that in ancient museums they would have a corner where they sold books. And I would love to see if there is such a corner, because they usually are near the entrance. If there is such a corner in this place, because I'm identifying it as a museum for some reason I cannot explain.
That seems entirely reasonable that you would identify that. Are you just looking around? Because there's nothing in this bit of the entranceway that has any like a display of books. But if you wanted to ask the projection whether he can point you in this direction, I'm sure he could possibly help.
Yeah. Query: where is the bookshop?
He replaces his glasses and says there's a fine selection of books and other visualization-related gifts available in the gift shop. Just walk through the displays to your left, he said. And he obviously points out with his right hand because he's facing you. He's pointing in the direction past the wavy shape, which is like a front desk, and then through the gap there, and says in that direction. Just go through the exhibit hall and the gift shop is past.
So we have the option either to follow the mouse footprints or to go to follow this direction.
Geiger, are you insane?
What?
Why are you talking about books? We have to follow the mouse prints.
Yes, I know. It was just. Yeah, you're right. Let's just.
You already have a book. Let's better look for another
I was going to
staircase
say,
or
the last
something
thing
so
we
we
need is
can
another one.
get up.
Well, let's see here. I don't know if this is going to require a roll, Ross, because I do have an intelligence of 7. So it's up to you to tell me whether I should make a roll regarding walking through that gap and looking up to see if there's some way we can get up in a different fashion.
Do you want? Why would you need to make an intelligence roll? I'm sure Ockma is intelligent enough to think of other staircases. That's what you mean. But if there's some other reason why you would want to.
Okay. The staircase
is
is all broken.
Is this a good idea?
Yeah. Okay. The staircase is all broken, so yeah. I'm going to walk in the direction indicated as if we were following the directions to the bookstore, just so I can look up to see the your use of the word gantry is confusing my American mind, but I finally figured out what you meant. And so
I mean an elevated walkway that's taken from an even higher.
I got it, but
sorry.
But I no. It's a wonderful word. It's just faded from use in the barbarian land. So so I will look up at the gantry from the floor in order to see if there is some way perhaps we can pile furniture or make use of the architecture to get up there.
Okay.
I mean, if I can't go, although I am very athletic, but if I can't go, then perhaps we can get Geiger up there, who certainly deserves to, go up.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And I still have a jump back. Okay.
Okay. What happens? You move further into the building, into that entranceway, and you can see the raised walkway above you continues the other side of that wall. There appear to be wide. It appears to widen as you go further in, which I haven't drawn properly. There's no evidence of a staircase this side, but you can see it continues off this map and into the next map, because the interior wall is only sort of part floor to ceiling. It kind of stops where the gantry goes across it.
Right.
And you can see. I will describe some of the features of this space and then tell you what you can see going forward, because you can probably. Yeah. Okay. So you can see in here. weird glowing lights in the floor around
Ooh.
about D9 to E11. Closer investigation might tell you more about that. Rather more sadly, next to you there is this large spherical object in blue and various brown tones. It looks like perhaps at one point it was attached to the ceiling and has now crashed to the floor, large cracks running through it.
Oh,
Um,
sort of a blue and brown globe.
that sort of thing. And the reverse side of it is cut away, so it's not a full sphere anyway. And a small sphere is inside it, and there's sort of
Is that happen to be
weird
red
yellow
or
or-
orange?
It does happen to be red or orange, yes.
Huh. Looks like
And
some
that's
sort
crashed
of.
in-
Huh. That's kind of pretty in its way. Too bad it's broken.
Wonder what it could be.
So anyway, I'll
Anyway,
look up there.
now you've moved away from the sunny underneath it. You can see the gantry has is open with sort of banisters along the edge. You probably don't know that word either. Handrails and things like that. So it's sort of allows people to walk above there and look down into the space, and you can look up there, and you can't.
Damn, so
At
close.
this point,
Okay.
you can't at this point see anything up there.